I think the process is the same. The speed is different. I have not done my MBA.
You will not work with that person?
Oh, absolutely no. To me, it's never been about money.
It's the passion, it's the zeal, and I want to do it here.
Being impatient can be a big mistake.
What does it take for you to go ahead and meet XYZ people from XYZ organizations that we just look up to? And you are there meeting them. How does it feel when you go ahead and meet some of your idols?
So, again, there are two aspects out of it. Eh? So, probably your friend definitely wouldn't have known about the aspect where I would have also met the CEO and the mid-management people.
You also went through that, right?
No, even when you are in a strategic partnership or in a partnership, we don't skip the chain of command, the process. We don't do it. But visibly, you don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, it just so happens that if we believe in a particular sector or a particular opportunity and we believe that that one company is the right partner, we follow the chain of command. We meet the middle management or whoever it is. It doesn't matter to us, the business development head or manager going all the way to CEOs. When we know that this company requires a much more serious approach from their side, that's when you'll probably see a photo with me with the founder. But again, I think the process is the same. The speed is different.
What do you ask when you meet some of your idols? Some of your mentors?
I am always meeting. I'm very fortunate and blessed that I've got a chance to meet such wonderful, successful people in my life. Some of them for business, so it's more business discussions. Majority of them, no business. Right? I can go on with a list of many, many people. And a lot of them over a period of time have even offered, you know what, let's do this business, that business. And you know what, I've drawn a line over there saying, I don't want to do business with you. For me, I have not done my MBA. I continue to do my EMBA. I've done Harvard, London Business School, MIT. I still consider myself a student of life. I want to learn from you. So 2 or 3 days they allocate to me and I'm spending time with them. I am showcasing them a particular perspective of a business that I'm looking, not a particular, micro level challenge, but I'm looking at consolidating or growing or exiting or IPOing my particular, what do you think? The sector is moving from here, economy is here. The views that they give me, the advices that they give me, that's what I value most.
So even if you know that I'll be making money working with this person and something doesn't feel right, you will not work with that person?
Oh, absolutely no. Absolutely no.
So it's not just money. It's not about money.
No, it's to me it's never been about money. To me it's always been about things.
For majority of people who are probably listening who want to make money.
You're
getting me what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. Making money is very, very important, but do not make money in a way where your conscience will be able to say, how did I make money? There are 20 other ways to make money the right way. There are 20 other ways to keep making money and eventually lead to a mindset of a wealth creation. There's nothing like today, for example, Sanjay, you are running a successful podcast. You've got investments in such good infrastructure, lighting. I'm proud to see you as my younger brother that you're doing well. 500th episode. But at the end of the day, your time is coming into it. Your investments has come, right? Are you making money? For sure.
Of course, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this.
But
I'm not going to do something twisted to go ahead and make more money.
But is money the prime motivation for you to do this?
No, hell no.
Why? What is it?
It's the passion, it's the zeal, and I want to do it here. If Joe Rogan can do it in the US, bloody, we can do it here too.
There you go.
Now I'll come to some questions that we prepared. I know that's something. All right, the earlier thing that I was mentioning. Name me a few mistakes that comes up in your mind that you think you've made that is going to be a good learning lesson for the youth today.
Over a period of time, I think I've realized that being impatient can be a big mistake. I think that's something that comes over a period of time. Wisdom, experience, reacting to things
Instantly.
Yeah, I think sometimes can be a mistake. Decisions made in anger or comments you say in anger is always the worst decision. So that's one definitely a learning that I've had. The second one is that not get overexcited. Channelize that excitement into that energy within you. right? For example, you might have your strengths in XYZ functions of a particular, in a business ecosystem, but have that sense of filling the gaps with people who can do your weaknesses better than you can, putting the right person in the right place. I think these three things, and obviously the looking at the larger picture, you have to, no matter how bigger you become, humility must remain with you. And humility, when I mean, is just not being humble about it, but having that desire to constantly learn. The day you tell yourself, I know everything, you're finished.
I'll share this with everybody, that a lot of people probably don't know about you. I've known you for almost 2 decades now, You'll see Nirvana Chaudhary, I call in sitting with some of the top people in the planet. And then next day you're going to see him sitting in Patanko Kunsai Gully, having some chana chura and some food. And that can happen. And that has happened. And I'm seeing it with my own eyes. Am I correct or not in this?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you are in a particular position in your society, and you have certain obligations and responsibilities. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being too. Like, believe it or not, I'm in Mantra Thakali twice or thrice a week. That's my comfort food. I enjoy that. But at the same time, I've been to the best restaurants in the world.
In the world.
So I mean, you've got to not have a air about yourself. Okay, you got to enjoy the simplest things in life.
I'll also tell people something else about you, that you might be talking to some of the top entrepreneurs in the planet today, and then next day, outside CG, you might just be ending up talking to a young budding entrepreneur, and you'll give that person 10 minutes of your time, and you'll not even hesitate to do that. I know that about you too.
I have an open door policy, and everyone in my company knows that, and especially to the youth of our company who are part of our company. I always tell them that, listen, you've come into our group, you've come into the CG family with particular expectations. You have expectations, we have expectations from you, but even you have expectations from the group to help you build your career, to mold you into a better leader, to help you become a better person, to make you part of a larger game plan, larger goal that we have. So, I always tell them that any time, not only business, but personally also, if you have any problem, whatever I can share as an individual, I'll be more than happy to do it. And I do it more towards the youth of our company. And I try to do it with an open door policy where they can just walk into my office. And if I'm free for some time, I just try and spend as much time with them.
20,000.
And I get to learn a lot.
You get to learn, right? 20,000 people in CG on today's date, all across the country?
That's right.
20,000 jana manje. Into 4 in your own mathematics earlier when we were talking off air, right? That's a lot of families.
Almost 1 million households, yeah.
Outside Nepal, I haven't even touched base on that, right? How does it make you feel today to go ahead and run an organization of this stature that hasn't happened in this country before?
Frankly speaking, Sanjay, you feel proud to some extent, but I'm not content.
Pugdaina.
There's a lot more I can do. There's a lot more we can do here. There's a lot more employment I can create. I'm not asking for any subsidies or tax breaks or anything. I am just asking for an environment where I'm allowed to work. That's it. So where I want to be, where I am, where we are as a group, I don't think we are even remotely content of where we are.
Number 1 हुनुको pros के छ? Cons-मा पछि जाउँला.
Number 1 हुनुको pros is there is certain perception from the society, from the community. There's certain expectations, and if you're fulfilling that with all full honesty, and if you're fulfilling that with strong integrity, then you get recognized for it as well. That here's a company who doesn't take shortcuts. Here's a company who believe in their code of conduct really well. They're an ethical company and they're growing. People sooner or later realize that and feel proud about that. That's a major plus point of being one. But what's the toughest part of climbing Mount Everest?
Enlighten me.
Is staying on top. People climb Mount Everest, come down, climb Mount, but who stays on top the most? So as a company, there's a constant pressure, that you are the number one company here. How are we going to continuously reinvent ourselves, innovate ourselves, grow ourselves to becoming the number one company for generations to come?
Before I come to the cons, you try something new. You bring in a brand or you create your own brand, whatever it is. It doesn't succeed. You get that gut punch. It doesn't matter if it's a 1 crore ko brand or a 100 crore ko brand or a 1000 crore ko brand. Example, त्यो जुनसुकै सेक्टरमा होस् I know you're in almost all the sectors except a few. Except a few.
Except airlines.
From billionaire to millionaire, I'll never forget that. What happens when you fail? The number one company in the country fails creating a brand. I'm practically fails. I'm sure that has happened. Has it?
Yes, of course it has happened. How we look into it, eh?
Yeah.
You look into our track record for the last 30 years, for example. If we as a family have decided to enter a particular sector, sooner or later we have succeeded. In that process, there might be a lot of ups and downs, brands failing, this, that. But on a longer term game, we have succeeded because we have consistently and persistently worked hard into turning around stuff, into achieving our goals, and into reaching up to our dreams.
Okay. So major industries. All right.
So it's a very short term. Failure of a brand is very short
term
to us. But larger, we do everything possible. So let's say if you have a company that does 1 crore ko sales or a company that does 100 crore ko sales. But if the 1 crore ko company is not doing well, majority of our management time goes in that 1 crore ko company.
Doesn't matter the amount of money.
No.
Oh, hold on. Okay. So it really doesn't matter. तर आफ्नो ब्रान्ड भएपछि त्यो 1 करोडको ब्रान्ड होस् या 100 करोडको ब्रान्ड होस् या 1000 करोडको ब्रान्ड होस्, ब्रान्ड चाहिँ ब्रान्ड.
We started brands and companies built on certain dreams, certain plans, some certain strategies, sometimes certain opportunities that we saw. Due to short-term external or internal issues, there are ups and downs. We realize that. We learn from it. But our end goal doesn't change.
So what kind of portfolio of a brand do you look into personally?
Sure. So between my brothers and me, we have 15 verticals. My youngest brother looks after the cement business that we've started off with.
So Varun sir looks into cement.
And he looks after YY globally. Not Nepal. Nepal I look after. The FMCG. YY, snacks, beverages, all of that. The middle one, Rahul, he looks after our hotel business globally. And he looks after our real estate business.
In Nepal?
In Nepal primarily. Majority is Nepal. Hotels is globally. Right? We have, I think, over 170 hotels. I get to know more from Google what he does than anything else. In the 15 verticals, the remaining 11 I look after. So FMCG here, electronics, financial services, power, EPC, education, our communications, motors, my favorite vertical, foundation. These are some things which I look after.
तपाईले हाम्रो क्लिप एकदमै एन्जॉय गर्नुभयो होला. अब पुरै भिडियो हेर्नको लागि चाहिँ युट्युबमा सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नबिर्सिनु होला. Vyas Media Network.